Hi, it's Katrina at Words for Wellness, and I am going to talk you through a couple of really simple ways to make your content. So this is writing for things that come in a sequence. So you might think about online courses, you might think about email sequences, or blogs that you want to build up into a story. And this is how to begin. So the first things you need are Post-it notes, so lots of different colours here, and you need a pen. Now this is no ordinary pen, this is my $1,000 pen because it has got 4 different colours here on it. So Post-it notes, coloured pen. Now if you're a digital person, I love writing things down by hand. If you like digital, then Trello is your go-to. All you need is a free Trello account to set it up, really super easy, and just create a board, and for each column is a post-it note. So what else do you need when you're trying to come up with content that spans across a week or a month or even a year? The first thing you need to know is what you're doing. So are you creating content for a course? Are you creating an email sequence? Are you creating an email course that you're going to send out information to people over time? And the first thing to do is write down what it is and why you are doing it. So what is the end goal for your user? The next thing is to have your talking points really clear. Now, talking points are those messages that you want to become known for. So they are those conversations, the consistent conversations that you want to be having with your audience so that you get known for these conversations. And each part of your business should have these talking points. You'll find that your business has talking points for the business as a whole. And then if you're doing individual services, you'll want talking points for them. I'll put in a link in the comments where you can download, you can view a blog all about talking points. But talking points are those topic baskets that everything you do filters through. So if you're a physiotherapist, one of your talking points may be, you don't need to live in pain. So everything that you talk about that relates to not being in pain, so it may be relaxation or exercises or orthotics, then all these things would go into that you don't need to live in pain. You should have about 3 or 4 talking points, and they can be really general. Once you've got your talking points, pick a colour and write 1 talking point on each post-it note and stick it somewhere. There. Shall we stick it up here? And so we are going to end up with about 3 or 4 yellow stickers with our talking points that relate to what you are doing for people. So if it's a course, you may have your main topics there. And then choose another colour and think of all the topics that you would put under that talking point, and make sure that you do only 1 idea per post-it. Now if you're digital and you're doing Trello, each little section just put another idea on there, and what you'll find is that you write it down under 1 yellow talking point post-it, and then you work out that actually it fits in a better one. So to break this down, if you're doing a course, what you could have is your main points that you want to cover on your course, and then each of those post-its underneath that is the content, the topics that you want to cover. And by sitting back and looking at it when it's all on post-it notes or all on a Trello board, you can move around your ideas to make sure the flow of education goes really well. Now, if you're doing something like an email course where each day or each week you're emailing out content, one of the things you can do is break it down into very broad topics, more focused and even more focused. So you've got 3 levels of post-its. There you go, that's a blue one. So you've got 3 levels of post-its giving you your very general topic that you could cover in a week. You've got your next level that you can go into more depth on each of those topics if you're giving them a monthly email. And over a year, you can go even deeper into those topics. So for example, you might want to be talking about mindful exercise. So you cover an overview on your yellow post-it about what mindful exercise is. But then you can dive deep at the next level about how other ideas of how to do mindful exercises, the ways that you can get used to doing mindful exercise. And then in the blue one, you can give very specific tips and taking that information from the pink into the next level so that people get quite general information, they get a bit more in-depth information, and then they get really niched information in there. So if you're putting together information, what doing it on post-its does allows you to move all your ideas around so that you can make sure you're covering off all your talking points, all your content. You're able to move those post-its around on a board so you can see how that information flows. And what you end up with is a really, really clear guide for the content that you need to produce, how each bit of content relates to the next bit that you want to be giving them. And it gives you a real clear strategy and plan of what content you need to create. So that can be used for blogs as well. If you decide on your talking points and then what blogs fit under that, and whether you're going to do really highly detailed blogs or a general overview, whether you're going to do a checklist or a listicle, what it does is it allows you just to plan that content easily. I love using post-it notes or stickies, all those kind of things, because it gives me the flexibility to change my mind. And if I write something down or if I type it down, it's a lot easier for me to visualize it if I've grouped it under these talking points. So that is a really easy way that we can get all the content that's in our head out and into a plan so we might actually action it and create those courses and create those blogs and really have a strategy that we're not just creating content, but we're doing it with purpose and we're doing it in a way that we can actually get things done.